Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
What's going on, Blue Jays fans? Hope you're having an incredible holiday season right now. We're doing something a little different today because it's the perfect time to dream big, to think about what we want to see from this team, and to have some fun with it. So we're breaking down 3 wishes each, one that's realistic, one that's a dream scenario, and one that's a total wild card. Let's get into it and see what could actually happen over the next few months. Starting with the realistic wish, and honestly, this might sound boring, but it's the most important thing on the list. Kyle Tucker in a Blue Jays uniform. That's it. That's the wish. We've been talking about this for weeks now. All the roads lead to Toronto, and if this hasn't already happened by the time you're watching this, it needs to happen soon. Tucker is the piece that takes this lineup from good to elite, and after years of missing out on the big names, after watching Ohtani go somewhere else, after seeing free agents choose other destinations, this feels like the moment where Toronto finally lands the star they've been chasing. Tucker brings everything you want in a cornerstone player. Left-handed power, elite speed, defensive versatility, and the ability to change the complexion of games just by being in the lineup. He's the guy who makes pitchers adjust their entire game plan, who forces opposing managers to rethink their strategy, and who gives the Blue Jays the kind of dynamic offensive weapon they've been missing. If Santa delivers on this one, it's the gift that keeps on giving for the entire season. The second realistic wish, and this one might surprise some people, is a healthy Anthony Santander giving us 30 home runs. Think about what Santander did in the 3 seasons before last year. He averaged over 30 home runs, posted an OPS in the high 700s to low 800s, and was one of the most consistent power threats in the American League. Last year, he was dealing with injuries all season long, never got fully healthy, and it showed in his production. But if he's right physically, if he's back to being the player he was before signing with Toronto, that's a massive swing in what this lineup can do. People are so focused on getting Bo Bichette back or landing another huge name that they're forgetting Santander was supposed to be a major contributor. He played 152, 153, 155 games in the 3 years before 2025. That's durability, that's reliability, and that's exactly what the Blue Jays need from him. If he stays on the field and produces the way he's capable of, that alone changes the math on this offense. You're talking about another 30 bombs, another 800 OPS bat in the middle of the order, and suddenly this team has so much depth that opposing pitchers have nowhere to hide. Now let's move into dream scenario territory, and this one is ambitious but not impossible. Trey Savage wins Rookie of the Year and finishes in the top 6 for Cy Young voting. That's the dream. We haven't had a legitimate Rookie of the Year candidate in forever, and Savage has the talent to be that guy. He's got elite stuff, he's got command, and if he stays healthy and gets consistent playing time, he's going to put up numbers that make people take notice. The Cy Young part is where it gets wild, but think about it. If Savage has the kind of season where he's legitimately in the Rookie of the Year conversation, that probably means he's posting an ERA in the low 3s, striking out a ton of batters, and eating innings at the front of the rotation. That's exactly the kind of performance that gets you Cy Young votes. Maybe he doesn't win it, maybe he doesn't even finish top 3, but getting votes and being in the conversation would be a massive statement about where this kid is headed. Taking that dream even further, imagine if the Blue Jays had 3 pitchers finish in the top 9 for Cy Young voting. It happened with the Phillies last year when Zach Wheeler, Ranger Suarez, and Christopher Sanchez all got recognition. Toronto has the talent to do something similar with Dylan Cease, Kevin Gausman, Shane Bieber, and Trey Savage, all capable of having elite seasons. If the pitching staff fires on all cylinders, if everyone stays healthy, and if the talent translates into consistent results, this could be one of the best rotations in baseball. The crazy part is any one of those guys could have a breakout year. Cease was a Cy Young candidate in San Diego. Gausman has been elite before. Bieber is a former Cy Young winner. And Savage has the upside to shock people. Even Jose Barrios could have a resurgence depending on what his role ends up being. The depth is there, the talent is there, and if everything clicks, the Blue Jays could have the kind of pitching dominance that carries them deep into October. Now, for the wild card wish, and this one is about changing the identity of how this team plays. One player on the Blue Jays roster needs to steal 30 bases this season. Just one guy. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Andre Gimenez if he stays healthy, whether it's Ernie Clement getting the green light more often, or whether it's Kyle Tucker if he ends up in Toronto. Someone needs to run, someone needs to be aggressive on the bases, and someone needs to force opposing pitchers and catchers to respect the threat of speed. George Springer led the team last year with 18 stolen bases, and he's 35 years old. That tells you everything you need to know about how conservative this team has been on the base paths. Jimenez was running early in the season, then got hurt, and after that, they basically shut him down completely. Why? If a guy has the speed and the ability to steal bases, let him run. The analytics support it if the success rate is high enough, and having that dimension in the offense makes everything else easier. Imagine if Kyle Tucker is batting second in front of Ladd and he's stealing bases consistently. That puts him in scoring position for one of the best hitters in baseball. That's smart baseball. That's aggressive baseball. And that's the kind of approach that wins games in tight situations. Someone on this roster needs to embrace that role and just go for it, even if the coaching staff is hesitant. Steal the base, force the issue, and make the opposition adjust to you. The other wild card wish is purely for fun, but also meaningful. Blue Jays fans need to eat over 1 million hot dogs at the Rogers Center this season. Last year, the number was somewhere between 700 and 850,000, and that was with half a season of real hype. The first part of the year was dead, attendance was low, energy was flat. But once the team started winning and the fans bought in, those hot dog numbers exploded. Now imagine a full season where the excitement is there from day one. If the Blue Jays start strong, if they're competing all year, if the fan base is engaged and showing up to games, hitting 1 million hot dogs is absolutely achievable. It would take a collective effort, everyone doing their part, everyone committing to the mission, but it's possible. And honestly, what better way to celebrate a championship caliber season than by breaking a ridiculous food consumption record at the same time? These wishes cover everything from the realistic moves the front office needs to make, to the dream scenarios where everything goes right, to the wild card hopes that would just make this season more fun and memorable. Kyle Tucker is the foundation. A healthy Santander adds firepower. Trey Savage becoming a star would be incredible. The pitching staff dominating would be historic. Someone stealing 30 bases would change the team's identity, and hitting 1 million hot dogs would be the cherry on top. The beauty of this time of year is that anything feels possible. The offseason is still happening, moves are still being made, and the roster is still taking shape. By the time spring training rolls around, we'll know a lot more about what this team looks like and what kind of expectations are realistic. But right now, during the holidays, it's the perfect time to dream big and imagine what could happen if everything breaks right. So that's the wish list. Kyle Tucker, healthy Santander, Rookie of the Year Savage, elite pitching depth, aggressive base running, and 1 million hot dogs. If even half of that happens, the Blue Jays are going to be in an incredible position to compete for a championship. And if all of it happens, we're looking at one of the most exciting seasons in franchise history. Happy holidays, everyone. Enjoy the time with family and friends. And let's hope Santa delivers on at least a few of these wishes.